Hey gang, AV here. Welcome to my review of the Avengers Assemble Shield Gear Sky Attack Falcon. And as you can see, he is a carded figure and he comes with a missile launcher. Not a fan of the missile launchers, gang. I never have been, not even when I was a kid, really. With very, very, very few exceptions. With this particular figure, I would have much preferred he came with a Red Wing as his animal sidekick, or a flight stand, or anything besides a missile launcher, which with his wings probably won't fit that great on his arm anyway. Anyhow, here he is in the packaging. I didn't really buy this line when it came out. I bought this after the fact as part of a lot. Because I wanted a couple of the figures in it, and he happened to be one of them. So let's open him up and see how cool he is. But before I do that, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let's have a look at the back of the card. And there he is, prototype figure. His wings look very good on the back of the card. Not so much in person, but they look pretty good back there. There is no real write-up for these figures, no bio or anything like that, unfortunately. Instead, it just says, to defend Earth against the galaxy's greatest threats, S.H.I.E.L.D. builds powerful battle gear for the Avengers. And that's about it. So, it is what it is. Here are a couple other figures that were available in this wave. And here's the bottom of the packaging, which is just some barcode and legal stuff. And that's about it. So let's get them out of there. I tried to open up the Red Skull, if you watched that review, without destroying the card, but it didn't work. So I don't care. I'm just gonna rip them out of here. It is what it is. All right. Let's get the figure out of here. Any rubber bands? No? No? They weren't afraid of people stealing him, I guess. Get the missile launcher and missile out of here. Alright. And that's that. As usual, we're going to have a look at the accessories first, which is this missile launcher. This is a repack of the Captain America First Avenger missile launcher. Came with that figure. It's just a repaint with Falcon colors. Let's see how well this one fires. Much better than the Red Skull one. Must be why he lost the war. I'm gonna have to dig that missile out later. But yeah, worked pretty good. I'm surprised. Let's see if it fits onto his arm with these wings, just in case there are people that probably want to know. And it does. Not too bad. Still not my thing. Toss that off to the side there. Let's have a look at the figure itself. I do like this particular Falcon costume. I always have, from the comics and whatnot. This is what Falcon was wearing right when I really got into the Avengers and all that. Back in the late 80s or early 90s, I believe. It's a good looking figure. And these wings they look like they're glued on. So it doesn't look like you'll have the same issues that you would have with other Falcon figures from the Marvel Universe line with this figure. So that's cool. Alright, so let's get on to his articulation while I've got him. Head is on a ball joint. Does a full 360. He can't really look up or down, which honestly sucks, because if you're going to have him flying, you kind of want him to be able to see where he's going, you know what I mean? I would have definitely liked a hinge here so that he could stick his head up, but, you know, we didn't get that. His arms can do a full 360. They can go up about that high, which is great. There is a peg pivot here at the top of the bicep. where it connects to the shoulder. His elbows can bend about 90 degrees. There is no swivel there. And his hands are permanently fixed there, so there's no articulation there. He's got torso articulation, an ab crunch, kind of. You can back and forth a little bit. Not much there, but at least you got something. Legs. Oh, he's got those joints I hate. Why did Hasbro put these joints on their Marvel figures? It's almost like they didn't want you to like them. Alright, so you're going to rotate the hinge part around to get his leg up, which is ridiculous. So he can get his leg up about that high, and then you rotate it back to get his leg up that far on the side there. He's got a full rotation, 360 degrees at the top of the thigh. His legs will do a double jointed knees there, so he can get his heel back quite a ways. His ankles, he can point his toes down about that far. Point them up a tiny bit. And he's got ankle pivot, which is nice. Pretty cool. His articulation isn't that bad, quite honestly, especially considering the fact that he's got these wings attached to his arms. You almost don't mind sacrificing the wrist articulation, because really, I mean, what are you going to be using his hands for with the wings attached? But anyhow, it's not too bad. Not too bad, all things considered. All right. And if I didn't mention it before, the wings are in two different sections. So there is a gap there if you bend his arm all the way. But whatever. Let's do some size comparison now before I forget. Here he is next to a vintage collection Luke Skywalker. As you can see, he towers over him. A vintage G.I. Joe figure, Snake Eyes, towers over him as well. Modern era Dollar General Cobra Trooper. Not a bad size comparison there. Boss Fight Studio Night Blank, roughly about the same size. And his old pal Captain America, who he scales with quite nice. All in all, not a bad figure at all. I'm not a fan of the rocket launchers in general, but at least this particular one does mount onto his arm, and it fired halfway decent. So it's definitely one of the better ones that I've seen in my tenure doing all this. His articulation has a couple limitations, but that's understandable considering the wings that are attached to his arms. I love this particular style of costume that he's in. It's really reminiscent to the ones that I remember growing up. The paint detail is nice. The sculpt detail is nice. He's a halfway decent figure. So all in all, this has been AV. If you like this video, check out my channel. If you like what you see there, then please subscribe. As always, thanks for watching.